There were several important agreements that were signed during this time. Today, we have an important area is in the recruitment, employment, and repatriation of workers. This is quite a signal memorandum of understanding because it paves the way for the welfare of Indian workers, ensuring their welfare and their proper conditions of work, as well as repatriation. And this is something that both sides have been working on for some time, and it will go a long way not only in securing the welfare of Indian workers, but also opening up the entire field of employment in Malaysia that is open to foreign workers, for Indian workers as well. Another MOU that was signed was in the area of public administration and governance reform, a third on digital technologies, one on cultural cooperation, an agreement on tourism promotion. As you know, the India-Malaysia tourist traffic is booming. It is expected that we may touch as much as 1 million Indian tourists to Malaysia this year, and the number of Malaysian tourists to India is also growing rapidly. We are around 200,000 Malaysian tourists to India. The number of flights are 220 flights a week from between India and Malaysia, and we look forward to increasing this number. We have announced free e-visas for Malaysian tourists coming to India since the 1st of July. And Malaysia similarly has a visa-free regime for Indians, both for tourism and business purposes, starting from the end of last year. So from all these accounts, we can expect our tourism traffic between the two countries, as well as business travel, to boom, which will also help our aviation sectors. Another area of cooperation that we identified and signed an MOU was on Ayurveda and traditional medicine systems. There is an agreement between IFSCA and Labuan Financial Services on fintech, and another MOU on promotion of sports and youth affairs. Both sides have a CEOs forum, a high-powered CEOs forum, which met yesterday and presented a report before the two prime ministers. It will be published, and you will see that it is a very ambitious objective in diverse areas of industry and investment between the two business entities. This was coordinated by CII from our side. A number of other MOUs and agreements also happened on the sidelines of the visit. One was between BEML and SMH Rails for supply of rolling stock for Indian Railways. One between Invest India and Malaysian Indian Business Council, and one between NASSCOM and its counterpart PICOM to bring the two chambers of IT industry closer together. As you know, there's a very big presence of Indian IT companies in Malaysia as well. Some important announcements that were made during this visit to support Malaysia in its quest for food security. We have announced that we will supply another 200,000 metric tons of non-basmati rice to Malaysia. A chair of Ayurveda will be set up at the Tunku Abdul Rahman University in Malaysia, and a Tiruvallavur chair will be set up at the Malay University. A digital council is being set up to push the digital connect between India and Malaysia. A startup bridge has been instituted to bring our startup ecosystems together. Malaysia has announced its support for India's claim for a permanent seat in the UN Security Council. India is offering 100 ITEC seats in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and machine learning for Malaysian students. And Malaysia has also announced joining the Big Cat Alliance. So as you will agree, this is a very rich and diverse area of bilateral cooperation. Both countries agree on this ambitious and contemporary agenda for bilateral ties. Our bilateral trade has also been booming. It's now touched $20 billion. Malaysia is our third largest trading partner in ASEAN. Fintech startups, cross-border payments systems, and UPI-based systems are the new drivers of our engagement with Malaysia. And we look forward. The two prime ministers have in fact tasked us to set up a task force to implement all the diverse areas of engagement that we have identified during this visit, and to present a report within 3 months. So it is something that we will start working right from today.